Welcome to the final station, Station 10. At this station, Mohammed, Osama and Yazeed tell us about the technical year after academic year.
Assalamu alaikum guys, with the last episode of SRPodcast. Here we have few interviews with the technical guys. So with our first interview we have Mr. Yazeed Al Saadoun. Can you please tell us about yourself and your department, Mr. Saud?
My name is Yazeed Al Saadoun. I'm a technician in the traction and rolling stock. I'm a student in the SRP Polytechnic.
Good, Mr. Saud. Our first question, why did you choose this department?
Traction and rolling stock department is a little bit complicated. We have a lot of parts to maintain and a lot of parts to learn about. So it's a little bit challenging.
Okay, Mr. Saud, what do you do exactly in the workshop, or what do you practice, let's say?
In the workshop, we have a little bit of practical studying. We assemble some of the parts in the engine and we remove it and put it back together. And we have also the theory studying. We learn a lot about the wagons and there are a variety of wagons, so we learn about it. We learn about the trains. There are also a lot of trains to learn about.
Okay, good. Let's say that the mechanic department focuses on the practical side more than the theory, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Saud, what are the criteria to be accepted in this department?
So at the moment, we don't have this specific criteria. So we are all high school students. So when you get to the technical year, the trainers do an interview with you, and they see what you are interested in and what background do you have, and they give them a brief time to study and see if they are good enough for the department or not. And if they are not, they will change it.
Okay, so briefly, Mr. Saud, what is your main job on field?
Our job to maintain first the safety of the train and the people who are in it. Second, to maintain the train and make it live longer, to make it safe to go from point A to point B, to make sure that the train doesn't break in the middle of the road.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Saud.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Mr. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Mohammed Marri, here with Mr. Khalid Awad from Train Driver Department. We are going to talk about the technical year. So, welcome, Mr. Khalid.
Welcome.
Firstly, introduce yourself and your department.
My name is Khalid Awad Asnani. I'm 20 years old and I'm a trainee at train department, driver department.
Great. Why did you choose this department?
I chose it because it's preferable to me to have a higher pay rise and to work alone. Most of your work as a trainee train driver or a train driver, you don't need to have like more than one or two guys to work with you.
So yeah, it's great to work in a team or individual.
It's preferable, as I said, but in my opinion, I work alone and I prefer alone.
So a lot of people ask, what are the requirements that train driver department needs to be accepted?
Well, you need to pass the IELTS exam 4 or above, and you need to do the psychometric exam. Especially there's a special line of it that you need to have 100% of focusing in the psychometric tests itself. And other than that, you need to have full attendance or almost full attendance, because train drivers are always punctual and are the first one to arrive to a trainee train drive.
Great. So, what do you think about the psychometrics? Is it difficult or easy or what?
Well, there's nothing. Well, you can literally just study about it. It's more of an IQ test, and and a math test. It's just like general math, general focusing, general things or ideas, how you can think and how do you operate.
Great. So the last question that we all want to know, briefly, what is your main job in this field?
As of right now, I'm a train driver, and after that, I'll be a pilot, which means I'm an assistant to a train driver. After the 6 month or more than that, you'll be a train driver, and that's your specialty.
Thank you so much, and nice to meet you, Mr. Hart.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Osama. Today I'm having an interview with Mr. Abdulrahman, who is an SNT trainee. So, Mr. Abdulrahman, introduce yourself.
My name is Mohammed Haddadi. I'm 24 years old and from Jeddah. I'm working on studying at SRB as SNT technical technician.
Thank you, Mr. Abdulrahman. So, why did you choose this department?
Well, it's about my passion to work with electricity, so I find it easy for me to work with it.
What do you practice in the department?
How to assemble and disassemble the equipment that I'm going to work with and fix it. That's all.
Thank you. So, fourth question. What are the requirements to be accepted in this department?
That you have a good level of mathematics and having a general knowledge of electricity.
Moving to the last question. Briefly, what is your main job on field?
There's two main things that we do. One of it is the preventive and the other one is the corrective. The preventive is to fix and maintain the machines that we work on to prevent it from defect. And the corrective is to fix any damage and defect that happened to the equipment.
Well, thank you, Mr. Abdulrahman. You've been helpful and I appreciate your answers.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, I'm Yazeed with a new interview with Mr. Fahad Al Harbi from the track maintenance department. Hello, Mr. Fahad. Can you tell us about your salesman department?
Absolutely. My name is Yazeed Al Harbi. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Al Qasim, Buraidah. My department is track maintenance. It's a new department to SRP, and hopefully we get a better department and experience in this place.
Inshallah. Thank you, Mr. Fahad. So, Mr. Fahad, why did you choose this department?
I chose this department, as I said before, is a new field, and it's a new field in not only in SRP but in Saudi Arabia in general. We only have 6 people in this department, so we'll be going to be the first track maintenance going out from SLP.
Good. So exactly, Mr. Fahad, what do you do inside your shed or in the workshop?
Our main goal is to, when we finish from here, is to be team leaders, which is we usually do inspection and oversee everything. But in the first time, we're gonna be doing jobs on this track by fixing it, moving tracks, welding the tracks if there's a crack on it, or changing the ballasts. It's the stone under the sleevers. That's the main thing right now.
Yeah, but I mean, do you have any theoretical or practical?
Absolutely. In our department, we have theoretical tests and also practical. And most of our tests, we have to do both theoretical and practicals. For example, if we take anything about sleevers or the ballast stones, we have to go out and explain what did we learn and how we fix it.
Okay. So, Mr. Fahad, is there any specific requirements that you should have or has to be accepted in this department?
As you know, it's a new major and the requirements change from time to time. But the one we start with is to have a good level of math, especially in measurement, because we have to be precise in our measurement. If we are not precise, that the sleepers or the tracks may have something wrong going with it.
So you need to be good with numbers, right?
Yes, numbers. Especially we're not you choosing meters or centimeters. We calculate by the millimeters. So we have to be really precise.
Okay. So briefly, Mr. Fahd, what is your main job on field?
Our main job, as I said, in the future, is to only inspect the track, but also maintain it and to make sure that the tracks run smoothly for the trains, and also fixing the tracks if there's any defects on the track itself, the rail itself, or the ballast stones, or even the steamers. And also we have to make sure that we have drainage for the waters if the rain is coming, so we make sure that we have everything intact. Our job is not only to fix the rails itself, it's to fix the infrastructure underneath the rails.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fahd. You've been helpful.
Absolutely.
Assalamu alaikum. With the last interview with Mr. Ammar Shamrani from OCC department. So welcome, Mr. Ammar.
Welcome.
Please introduce yourself and your department.
My name is Ammar Abdullah Shamrani. I'm training in OCC department.
Welcome, Mr. Ammar. So, why did you choose this department?
Everyone has his own choice. Some people like to be mechanic or train driver, but OCC is actually most focusing on computers or other things and disk work. I can say disk work, but it's very responsible work. You should be focused. You should be very aware what you do, and because of that, I chose my department.
Great. So, what do you practice in this department?
For now, we didn't do a lot of things, but we practice about how put routes or saving the trains from incident or accident. Sometimes we have emergencies, how to deal with it, how to deal with the other stuff. Maybe sometimes we have maintenance, we have journey. I'm from OCC now. Inshallah, I will work in area in Mecca Metro. We're focusing for most things about passengers in Hajj, inshallah. So that's actually what we learn for now. We have a lot to learn for now, but maybe in the next few months we'll learn more.
Great. So some people say that your department is the pre-master of the company.
Yeah, our department is the most important. We can call it this is maybe the beating heart of the company.
Great. So the most important question, what is the requirement to be accepted to this department?
The most important is IELTS exam and psychometric test. Psychometric text, there's something in psychometric called focusing, maybe, or coherence. Maybe they're focusing on this a lot. So this is the requirement.
Great. The last question, briefly, what is your main job in this field?
Train as a train controller. I work in desk in the main building of the company. We watch the train, we set the route, we saving the trains, we saving the people who work in the rail. That's actually what the work to do.
Great, thank you, Mr. Ammar.
Thank you.
And nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. We are having two team leaders from Arsen Locomotive. So welcome, guys. The first question is there any pay disparity between the technical year and the training job?
Of course, for sure. As you are all aware of that, the first year we're receiving 2,000. The second year it increases to be 3,000 for the whole second year. Once you sign your contract and once you actually joined the SAR family, your salary will be approximately between 8,000 to 9 or 10,000. Depends on your field, your allowance that you will get, and a lot of other things. But the different and the increasements of the money you receive since you got started to SRB and to the date that you actually gonna graduate, yes, it will increase a lot.
Great. So the second question, all of the students think about it. Did the technical year really prepare you enough for the training job?
Of course, as you all aware of, guys, that we are having here at SRB have experienced tutors and teachers, and they prepare us a lot for a lot of things. But there is a fact that though that you are having a lot of structures in here and you learn a lot of things, once you go to the actual field, you will notice that there would be a lot of challenging for you to learn a lot of things. And there is like an old saying that it's never enough to learn. And once you get there, you will learn a lot of things, and you will keep learning these things, and you will get the experience at the same time.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Zaki Shambri. You've been helpful.
Assalamu alaikum, I'm Yazeed Al Saadoun. And today I have Mr. Abdulaziz Al one of the team leaders in the area.
Thanks for having me.
So, Mr. Abdulaziz, is it really challenging to be in the area? I mean, the whole phase of training on job.
Yes, there is actually there is a lot of challenging in area, but you have to deal with a lot of pressure and with the heavy maintenance. So actually, also there is in fuel shed, you have to deal with the locomotives came in fuel shed to not delay the train. So we have to not delay the train. So there is a lot, yeah.
Okay, so how will it take to get promoted?
There is many factors. One of them, your time in SAR, but most think they need your performance, what you did for all in the year. That's it.
Mostly they look at your performance.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. There is no specific time to get promoted.
Yes, your performance, it's one of the most thing they need.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Abdulaziz.
You're welcome.
This is the end of episode 10. We hope you enjoyed the interviews and found out something new about the technical year. Till next time.